Welcome to Denmark. Welcome to the city of Aarhus, to the Hempel Sailing World Championships 2018 opening show. For 14 days, around 1,500 of the world's best sailors will participate in all the Olympic sailing classes and kite surfing here in the waters close to Aarhus. They will fight to become world champions, and they will struggle to qualify for the 2020 Olympics in Japan. In the next 80 minutes, we will celebrate the sailors coming from more than 80 nations from all over the world. I wish you a very good evening here in Aarhus, the city of sails, the Bay of Champions.
More than 1,000 years ago on the coast of Denmark, a seafaring people found a place to make their home. They named it Aarhus, meaning the mouth of the river. As time went by, the town grew to be one of the oldest and largest cities in the north. Vikings became Danes, and Aarhus became
Aarhus.
Aarhus.
Aarhus. Aarhus.
Aarhus.
Aarhus.
Aarhus. Aarhus.
Aarhus.
Today, Aarhus still welcomes seafarers from all over the world who come to enjoy both sea and shore.
I like this place a lot because it's a super nature place. Everything is super green.
I really like the city. It's got cool architecture.
It's a wonderful experience to be here. It's probably one of the finest world city, I would say, for sailing.
Positioned close to both woods and beaches, Aarhus inspires many wonderful experiences in nature. 325,000 people have made it their home. More than 60,000 are students. And while all Danes are considered to be among the happiest people in the world,
well, it's called the City of Smiles for a reason.
today Aarhus is ready to kick off the Hempel Sailing World Championship 2018.
Now, let me introduce you to a man who knows Aarhus quite well. He was born and has lived most of his life in this city. He's also an experienced sailor, and on top of that, the mayor of Aarhus. Please give a big welcome here at the top of the ship Aurora, Mayor Jakob Bundsgaard.
God aften alle sammen, og rigtig hjertelig velkommen her på Aarhus Havn, på havnepladsen til åbningen af Hempel Sailing World Championship. And to all our international guests, a special warm welcome to all of you to the 2018 Hempel Sailing World Championship here in Aarhus. Aarhus is ready, well prepared and dedicated. We are proud to be hosting the World Championships, and we're really pulled out all the stops to give you an experience of a lifetime. Welcome to Denmark. Welcome to Aarhus, the ancient capital city of the Vikings. Over 1,200 years ago, the Vikings settled right here, right on this spot, by the shore and the forest, the perfect place for a harbor town. And over the years, strong Viking kings consolidated their powers here. Aarhus was the mightiest fortress and naval base of the age. The place where Vikings achieved dominance in trade, shipping, and warfare. That's the fascinating story of the city of Aarhus. A city which today has become a cultural and commercial powerhouse of Western Denmark and one of Europe's top cities of knowledge and education. And it's also the story of the Danish sailors, with fiery Viking blood in their veins, who are once again fighting for honor and for gold, and this time on their home turf. And to all our international guests, I don't mean to scare you in any way or intimidate anyone who might be facing these Vikings in the coming days in competition. Not at all. But I think it's fair to give a warning that the Viking DNA is full of maritime courage and fighting spirit. And so there can be no doubt that over the coming days and weeks, we will be witnessing an epic battle on the waters of Aarhus. For the city of Aarhus and for Denmark, it's an incredible honor and a pleasure to host such a huge sporting event as this. One of the largest events ever to take place in Denmark, with 1,400 sailors from almost 100 different nations. We're proud, we're excited, and we're expectant. And we have a world-class field of play to offer. And we're also not just inviting people to take part of the celebration on the water. We're also inviting everyone to a gigantic street party here in the harbor and on our new waterfront. So join the celebration, join the party in the best Danish summer weather in history. The city welcomes you with open arms. I would like to also use this opportunity to thank all our partners and our sponsors who are making this championship possible, both on the water and all the festivities on shore. As many of you might know, the city of Aarhus holds the title of European Volunteering Capital this year. The title is awarded annually to a European city in recognition of the efforts and the strength and promotion of volunteering. Our vision is to use our title as Volunteering Capital to celebrate and to recognize all the volunteers and increase the visibility of volunteering through events and through sharing knowledge and communities. The Sailing World Championship are a fantastic example of what is possible when you have the privilege of being able to mobilize more than 1,100 volunteers. Please give all our volunteers a big applause. In conclusion, I would like to wish all the participants from all the different nations from all over the world the best of luck on the water, and encourage all of our citizens and guests to take part in the party and the celebration. Once again, warm welcome to Aarhus, and now it's time to focus on what it's all about, the sailors and the nations. So now it's time to introduce the first group of nations which has come to Aarhus from across the world. Thank you.
First up on the catwalk, please welcome Bryony Shaw, representing Great Britain, who currently hold the record for most medals at the Sailing World Championships. Connecting the Scandinavian countries with the rest of Central Europe. Next up is Estonia. From the country that gave us the compass, here's Olympic silver medalist Peina Chen, representing People's Republic of China. Please welcome the team from beautiful Guatemala. The two blue vertical stripes on the flag represent the seas on either side of the country. Now, let's say hello to Bahrain. The country's name originally means the two seas in Arabic. Next up is Tuuli Petäjäsireen from the land of 1,000 lakes, Finland. Back in the Viking Age, Finnish people were believed to be able to control the weather. Although we are right now in Aarhus, the city of smiles, Thailand is actually known as the land of smiles, because the people always seem to be ready with a smile. So let's give Thailand a big smile back. In this country, even the king is an Olympic sailor. Juan Carlos I competed in the Dragon class at the Olympic Games in 1972, finishing 15th. Say hello to Spain. Carrying the flag of Serbia, please welcome Tihomir Sakic, who's been sailing the Finn since 2013 and became Serbian national champion in 2016. Next on the catwalk is the United Arab Emirates. It's a federation of 7 states facing the waters of the Gulf. Give a big hand to the island of enchantment, Puerto Rico. Representing Chile is laser sailor Clemente Siguel, who's just 18, but has already been racing for almost 10 years. Holding the flag of Croatia is 17-year-old RSX sailor Balma Chago. Mac van den Ehrenbeer is from a country so small he can sail around the whole island in his RSX in less than 4 hours. Let's hear it for Aruba. Next up on the catwalk and representing Hungary is Marie Erdi, who was one of the youngest competitors at the Rio 2016 Olympic sailing competition. Here comes Belarus. Over 10,000 lakes and more than 28,000 rivers is why Belarus is also called the Blue-Eyed Land. In the middle of the Indian Ocean lies the island of Mauritius. Mauritius has 150 kilometers of white sandy beaches and the world's 3rd largest coral reef. Please give Mauritius a huge applause. Carrying the flag of St. Lucia is a young laser sailor, Luc Chevrier, who's the only one from the island competing against the top at this year's Sailing World Championships. Argentina is here in Aarhus with more than 20 athletes. Let's give them a very warm welcome. Next up is Israel, who has no less than 137 official beaches on their 273 kilometers of coastline. Last but not least, the record for most Sailing World Championships gold medals is currently held by Australia, here represented by Ian Jensen. Welcome to Aarhus.
It is said that practice makes perfect. I guarantee that the sailors of this Sailing World Championship know all about that. And so does the band ready now on the good ship Aurora. Michael Learns to Rock comes from Aarhus and has played more than 600 concerts around the world. They've sold more than 11 million physical albums since their debut in 1991 and have more than 50 million streams on Spotify. Please welcome Michael Learns to Rock.
Takes you out and he takes you up, 'cause he can show you so much. I go to bed and tomorrow again. There's a lot of work to be done. He gives you gold and he'll promise you the whole world will be yours. I just can't tell you I love you so, even though my odds are low. I'm not an actor, I'm not a star, and I don't even have my own car. But I'm hoping so much you'll stay, that you will love me anyway. I'm not an actor, I'm not a star, and I don't even have my own car. But I'm hoping so much you'll stay, that you will love me anyway. I am not quite myself. I look like somebody else in the mirror there on the wall. Nothing in common with a person at all. It's time to catch your tears and face the things I fear in the world, and soften the pearls, focusing on not losing you, girl. Maybe I am just a dreamer, hiding away from life. Maybe we are just pretending. It never cuts like a knife. You are one step ahead, like when we first met. Nothing is true of what I said to you. I love you forever, and you know that too. Maybe I am just a dreamer, hiding away from life. Maybe we are just pretending. It never cuts like a knife.
On the catwalk, we are now going to meet and celebrate countries as different as Qatar, Latvia and Poland. First up, from one of the most winning sailing nations in the history of the Sailing World Championships, please welcome the Netherlands. With no less than 878 islands, sailing is one of the best ways to get around in this country. Say hello to Malaysia. Give a warm welcome to Japan, who are represented in all 12 classes here at the Sailing World Championships. From the home of famous cartoon sailor Captain Haddock and his friend Tintin, here comes Belgium. Now let's say hello to Colombia, the only country in South America where there's access to sailing on both the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. Next up we have laser sailor Walid Al-Shashani, representing his country Qatar. Here comes Latvia. The Latvian flag is one of the oldest in the world, dating all the way back to the 13th century. The next flag to be presented belongs to Monaco, the small principality that is geographically surrounded by France and located to the Mediterranean Sea. Ryan Lowe is representing Singapore, who had a record-breaking amount of sailors at the 2016 Rio Olympics. 10 out of 25 Singaporean athletes were on the sailing team. This country has hosted many big sailing events in the recent years. Please welcome Mexico. Next we're welcoming Slovakia, a country with no coastline, but plenty of fresh water and 1,300 mineral springs. Representing Greece is Dimitris Papadimitriou, last year's winner of the Laser Radial Youth World Championships. It's time for Norway. This Scandinavian country has a royal family who are very keen on sailing. Both the ruling King Harald and his father Olaf sailed at the Olympics. Kite surfer Hisham Tyria is representing Morocco. This is the first time kite surfing is part of the program at the Sailing World Championships. Poland is next on the catwalk. Almost 40 Polish athletes are representing their country here in Aarhus. This country even predates the Roman Empire and has great sailing traditions. Give Bulgaria a big hand. Let's give a warm welcome to the team representing Chinese Taipei. Please welcome to the catwalk, Konstantin Hatsilambros, representing Namibia. Konstantin moved into the film less than 2 years ago after sailing lasers and Hobies. Carrying the flag of Indonesia is 19-year-old laser radial sailor Kirana Vadoyo. Next up, we have Uruguay. The country's name comes from the Uruguay River and means River of the Painted Birds in the Guarani language. Finally, we have the country where the laser dinghy was designed. Let's hear it for Canada. At the heart of the Hempel Sailing World Championship 2018 is the brand new Aarhus International Sailing Centre. 3,000 square meters of space dedicated to enhancing youth and elite work in sailing. The Aarhus International Sailing Centre was inaugurated on the 23rd of May by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark. The building is located at Aarhus Yachting Marina in the middle of the new Aarhus Docklands district, which has direct access to Aarhus Bay. On an everyday basis, the centre houses boats and equipment of both Danish and international sailors and provides a gym for physical training. During the World Championship, part of the centre is transformed into a sailor's lounge, where the athletes can enjoy each other's company. It's also the location of the press center, where more than 200 journalists are covering the event. Throughout the World Championships, there will be a number of activities at the center.
Now you're going to experience a very special constellation. The vessel Aurora is a multifunctional research ship, which in daily use provides new opportunities for research and expeditions at sea. Crystal Klein Stjernebjerg is a Danish artist and choreographer. She's been a member of Cirque du Soleil, and right now you can find her at the top of the Aurora.
The coldest night came in the spring. The final frost was laid again. We dried the roots, froze the shoots, killed the flowers, and stole the color from the summer. Oh, let the river in, burst the dams and start again. Oh, let the river in, the will of man can hold it in. Oh, let the river in, as the blood beneath my skin. Let the river in, nature plays, nature wins. I hear the breaking of bricks and mortar. I feel the rhythm of the water. Oh, let the river in, burst the dams and start again. Oh, let the river in, the will of man can hold it in. Oh, let the river in, as the blood beneath my skin. Oh, let the river in, nature plays and nature wins. Oh, let the river in, burst the dams
A very big thank you to Crystal Klein Stjernebjerg and the gymnasts from Aarhus Gymnastics and Motor Skill Hall. Now I would like to introduce to you a man who has sailed since he was 12 years old. For the last 2 years he's been president of World Sailing, which is the worldwide international sailing union. He knows the Danish waters very well because he is a Dane and is called Kim Andersen. Give him a big hand.
Kære Aarhus, tak fordi I har taget så godt imod alle disse sejlere fra hele verden. Og I gør så meget for at føle, at de føler sig hjemme her i Aarhus. Tak for det. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear sailors. It's an honor for me to welcome you to my home country, Denmark. And to this beautiful city of Aarhus for the Hempel Sailing World Championship. To host these championships in Aarhus, a legendary sailing city, is a very special feeling. This city has hosted numerous sailing events from youth to elite. From the past, and many international races have been taking place on these waters. The first one actually in 1866 with participants from England, Norway and Denmark. So rest assured, you are in good hands, they are well prepared. Over the next 2 weeks, you will all witness the largest Olympic sailing event in the world, with Olympic medalists, American Cup stars, Volvo Ocean Race legends coming together to compete. In Denmark, sailing has a very special status, with many historical victories in the past from many heroes of Denmark, but also international heroes. We say here in Denmark that sailing stands on the legendary Paul Elvstrøm, 4-time Olympic gold medalist. He took sailing from being the sport of gentlemen to being the sport for top athletes. This is where sailing is today, and it started by him making a very clear mindset of being fierce in training, in planning, in developing equipment, etc. On behalf of World Sailing, we are delighted to welcome 1,400 sailors, close to 100 countries, racing close into 1,000 boats here in the surroundings of your nice waters in Aarhus. Across 10 Olympic disciplines, this is going to be quite spectacular for the next coming weeks. The diversity of our sport is vast, the evidence by the range of disciplines and competitors you will see over the next 2 weeks. All of the sailors you will see here are the stars of our sport. As the main qualification for the Tokyo Olympic Games in 2020, this event marks the start for all these sailors for the Tokyo 2020. The sailors amongst us today are the same who will go to this event and will go on to claim the ultimate prize in this sport, an Olympic medal. So to you, fans, supporters, I encourage you all to cheer the athletes, both off and on the water, and if you have the opportunity, meet with them, talk with them, and encourage them. Just to rest assured, they are the real thing. They are the athletes, and they're the best sailors in the world. And to the sailors, our stars and our heroes, I want to thank you for your continued efforts, your dedication and your professionalism. And I would like to wish you all the best of luck in these championships. Of course, an event like this could not happen without our global and national sponsors. I would like to thank Hempel for their support of the World Championships and our World Sailing partners, SAP and the TDC Group, as well as all the official, national and supporting partners. We also thank you for your continued support. I would also like to thank the outstanding work of the Aarhus 2018 Organizing Committee, the City of Aarhus, Sports Event Denmark, the Sailing Aarhus and the Danish Sailing Federation for an excellent job you have done preparing these great championships. And the final and big thank you must to go to these hundreds of volunteers who are giving their own time to be here with us this week. Your commitment is deeply valued. For those of you guests here in Denmark for the first time, you are actually experiencing one of the cornerstones in the Danish culture, the volunteer work that keeps all these great events going here in Denmark. Thank you. I'm confident that you will all enjoy your time here in Aarhus and go home with great memories that will last you a lifetime. I look forward to seeing you all here in Aarhus and on the water. Thank you.
For the Hempel Sailing World Championship 2018, Aarhus opens its arms to 1,500 of the world's top sailors.
Aarhus is the best place to come.
I really like the biking stuff. Everybody is biking here.
I love the people here. They're very nice and cheerful, and it must be hard through winter, so they have to be very happy people to survive that.
I call this easygoing lifestyle.
I like the Danish sarcasm. It's really funny.
Just walk around the city, drink some coffee, eat some sushi.
The Danish people are really nice people and beautiful. Nice girls.
Good looking guys everywhere I go.
Not too cold, and then not too hot, and very good for the sailing.
Pushing themselves to the limit in some of the most challenging conditions in the world, the sailors fight to prove that they are the best in the world.
The conditions are really challenging for us here in Aarhus, and especially because we have a lot of strong wind.
I think Aarhus is the best place to find the best sailor in the world, because there's every kind of conditions here.
You have to be prepared for anything, and you have to have good fitness and really good strategy and smart. So.
It's a really tough venue, so you need to be super well prepared for this, but I like it a lot.
100 nations are represented at these 2 weeks of world-class sailing, where state-of-the-art gear meets physical and mental agility. The combination of constantly evolving technology and the skillful harnessing of nature's power makes sailing a sport like no other. Let's continue to greet the sailors who attend the Hempel Sailing World Championships 2018 here in Aarhus. First up on the catwalk, we now have Jesper Stålheim, representing Sweden, where the Finn dinghy was developed. The sailing traditions go back a long time in this country, who has claimed 12 Olympic medals in sailing throughout the years. Please welcome Germany. Next up is Ecuador, home of the world's very first UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Galapagos Islands. Representing Cyprus is Andreas Kariolu. Let's put our hands together for laser sailor Dargan Bulat, who's representing Romania. Please welcome the Dominican Republic, where you might bump into one of the more than 2,000 giant humpback whales if you go sailing between January and March. Next we have Lithuania. Lithuanian seasides are not only great for sailing, but also for hunting amber on the shores of the Baltic Sea. Olympic bronze medalist Stefania Elfudina from Russia is part of one of the larger sailing teams here at Aarhus Sailing World Championships, with more than 20 teammates. Now, say hello to a country who has always loved the water. Peru's tradition of surfing goes back 2,000 years. And archaeologists have found friezes of surfers in sites along the Peruvian coasts. Next up is 470 sailor Dale Foster, who together with helm Travis Carlisle are the only sailors representing American Samoa at this year's World Championships. Historically, the Black Sea has linked this country with the world since ancient times. Today, it's the playground of skilled sailors. Say hello to the team from Ukraine. Please welcome RSX sailor Matteo Sanslans from Switzerland, where there's no coastline, but plenty of beautiful lakes to make up for it. Give a warm welcome to the team from Republic of Korea. Their coast not only provides top sailors, but also provides 90% of all the seaweed eaten in the world. Carrying the flag of Barbados, laser sailor Scott Gittens is the sole Barbadian sailor at this year's World Championships. In this country, it is just as beautiful being under the water as it is on it. Please welcome Mozambique, home to some of the most beautiful dive spots in the world. Representing Czech Republic is laser sailor Viktor Tepli. Aarhus, give him a warm welcome. Next up, please welcome Trinidad and Tobago, whose national motto is "Together we aspire, together we achieve." Let's give it up for Ireland, a country with a long history of sailing. Irish sailors have competed at the Olympics since 1948. The coast of this country inspired Ernest Hemingway to write the famous story of the Old Man and the Sea. Give a warm welcome to Cuba. Representing Islamic Republic of Iran is Ahmed Ahmadi, who's working on becoming the first Olympic sailor from Iran and is training full-time for Tokyo 2020. At the end of the line, one of the absolute top sailing nations in the world, which has more boats per person than any other country. Give it up for New Zealand.
Alexander Oskar is already a well-known singer outside the borders of Denmark. His music already has 15 million streams and counting. His hometown is Aarhus, and now he's ready on the stage with his hit song, Number.
I've been over drinking. I wonder what you do. Tell me what you're thinking. What's your point of view? As I've been reminiscing, baby, I'm missing what we could be. Will he know the things you like? Will he touch your body like me? I just wanna know if I should keep your number. I just wanna know if I should keep your number. I just wanna know if I should. Don't like the situation, the way you act so cool. Can't you just admit it, that you're hurting too? I just wanna lay with your body again. I know every curve like the back of my hand. Try to stay connected, but you don't pick up the phone. No, 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 no. So I just wanna know if I should keep your number. I just wanna know if I should. I just wanna know, babe. I just wanna know if I should keep your number. I just wanna know if I should. Cause I've been reminiscing, baby, I'm missing what we could be. Will he know the things you like? Will he touch your body like me? If this is what you want for us, then I'll find a way to get through. But there ain't nobody better. Ain't nobody better. I just wanna know if I should. I just wanna know, babe. I just wanna know if I should keep going. I just wanna know, my baby. Na 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 na. I just wanna know. I just wanna know if I should. Na 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 na. Tusind tak, Aarhus.
A few weeks ago, they won the FIFA World Cup in Russia. Now they're in Aarhus with one of the largest teams competing at the Sailing World Championships. Let's hear it for France. Beautiful Tahiti is represented by laser sailor Alexis Gailly. No country has won more total Olympic medals in sailing than this one. Put your hands together for the United States of America. Next up is the Seychelles, a nation with plenty of space for sailing, considering the country is 99% ocean. All around the world, races today include this country on their itinerary. Please welcome South Africa, represented by Finn sailor David Chilton. RSX sailor Flavia Tartellini is representing Italy, the country where secret agent James Bond showed off his sailing skills in the movie Casino Royale. One of the world's most famous surfing destinations, El Salvador, is here represented by laser sailor Enrique Aratun. From the Mediterranean Sea, RSX sailor Matthew Carey is representing Malta, where the sun shines more than 3,000 hours every year. Now, please give a warm welcome to Austria. Thanks to the Austrian invention of slow motion, sailing can look even more exciting on our screens. With 117 beaches along the Adriatic coast, this country is one of the most beautiful places to sail. Put your hands together for Montenegro. Back in the day, their sailing and navigational skills made them the first global empire in history. Now, please welcome to the Hempel Sailing World Championships, Portugal. Carrying the flag of Slovenia is Lynn Pletikos. Next up is Turkey. According to legends, the most impossible knot in history was found in Turkey, the famous Gordian knot, which was reportedly untangled by Alexander the Great. Now say hello to Team Venezuela. Their northern coastline along the Caribbean is the longest stretch of Caribbean coastline of any country. Carrying the flag of Iceland, land of fire and ice, is laser radial sailor and software engineering student Hulda Lilja. Sailing is this nation's most successful Olympic sport, with sailors bringing home more medals than any other athletes. Let's hear it for Brazil. Next up is Hong Kong, whose sole Olympic gold medal was won in sailing at the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta. From the island that hosted the famous America's Cup Regatta last year, please welcome Finn sailor Rockel Evans, representing Bermuda. Next country on the catwalk is the African country Angola. The 470 is one of the most popular sailing classes in Angola, with more than 100 sailors participating in the national championship. Now, let's give a big hand to laser radial sailor Netra Kumanan from India. And finally, representing Denmark, we have Olympic bronze medalist Anne-Marie Rindom, who's currently ranked second best laser radial sailor in the world.
Welcome to Denmark. Welcome to Aarhus, the ancient capital city of the Vikings.
First up on the catwalk, please welcome Bryony Shaw, representing Great Britain, who currently hold the record for most medals at the Sailing World Championships. Last but not least, the record for most Sailing World Championships gold medals is currently held by Australia, here represented by Ian Jensen. Welcome to Aarhus.
I'm not an actor, I'm not a star, and I don't even have my own car. But I'm hoping so much you will stay, that you will love me anyway.
Ryan Lowe is representing Singapore, who had a record-breaking amount of sailors at the 2016 Rio Olympics. 10 out of 25 Singaporean athletes were on the sailing team. Carrying the flag of Indonesia is 19-year-old laser radial sailor Kirana Vadoyo.
There's some blood beneath my skin, oh, let the river in. Nature plays, nature waits.
On behalf of World Sailing, we are delighted to welcome 1,400 sailors, close to 100 countries, racing close into 1,000 boats here in the surroundings of your nice waters in Aarhus.
So I just wanna know if I should keep your number. I just wanna know if I should. I just wanna know, babe. I just wanna know if I should keep your number.
A beautiful evening here in Aarhus is about to end. But we still have the most important thing to do, namely the official opening of the Sailing World Championships 2018. On behalf of all Danes, Aarhus Mayor Jakob Bundsgaard and World Sailing's President Kim Andersen will now raise the World Sailing flag, which symbolizes that the Sailing World Championships here in Aarhus, Denmark, has officially opened.
Kommer løjet. I'm now declaring the Sailing World Championships here in Aarhus for officially opened. Thank you.
Thank you for a wonderful evening. Enjoy the days in Denmark and enjoy the Hempel Sailing World Championships here in Aarhus.